All right, let's hit the field.
All right.
Just wanted to talk, that's all.
Swing and a blast. Deep right field. It's on its way, and it is long gone.
Looking to make it 6 as Trevino hammers that down the left field line. And gone.
It was so smart.
Stanton drives one again to right center field. And gone.
How do you navigate this lineup right now? Swing and a drive. Deep right field. High arcing blast. This one's ticketed for Queens.
2 outs. Fastball, another strikeout for Luis Hill.
It was Saturday, May 18th, and it was a matchup between the Yankees and the White Sox. Yankees took Game 1 behind nasty Nestor Cortez and Giancarlo Stanton. Luis Hill on the mound in Game 2, trying to continue the Yankees' win streak. My recap, your reactions coming up next. This is NYY Recaps.
Welcome to Yankee Stadium.
Just when they thought I was out, they pull me back in.
Looking to boost your sports betting game? Meet Odds Jam, the ultimate ally for data-driven wagering. With 260 plus sports books, it's your go-to platform. Here's how it works. Odds Jam's arbitrage tool spots differences in betting lines, letting you lock in risk-free profits. Plus, optimize bets with a positive EV calculator and track profits with a convenient bet tracker. Try it risk-free with a 7-day trial. Use code RECAPS for 35% off your first month. Link is in the description. Bet smart. Bet responsibly with Odds Jam. How do you do, everyone? How do you do? Welcome back. Another very good afternoon for the Yankees. And good news, ladies and gentlemen, that is 6 wins in a row.
We're going streaky! Yeah!
Wow, winning.
Fantastic looking ball club right now. They are just on fire. Let's go ahead and get to the highlights. A lot of highlights today. The Yankees are beating the teams that they have to beat, and they are now 32-16, best record in the American League. Absolutely dominating performance from Luis Hill today. I told you last night that I was amped up to watch this game because I felt like he could really strike out 10 or 11 guys, and in accordance with the prophecy, new career high, Yankees rookie record, 14 strikeouts for Luis Hill. Huge day for Juan Soto, first multi-home run game with the Yankees. Giancarlo Stanton looked terrific today. I see a comment that says, 2021 Stanton is back. Another comment that says, Luis Hill is a true ace. I'm telling you, the Yankees team looks legitimate right now. And look, the White Sox have been completely overmatched in these 2 games, which is really what you wanted to see. Sometimes over the last few years, the Yankees have played down to their competition, but not this year. Not this year. Every single game, they've got that dog mentality, and they had it again today. I lost my dog Cece on April 5th this year, and she was my baseball game watching buddy, so I like to feel like she's given some energy to that pack of dogs out there this year. So many encouraging things about this game. Trevino with another home run. He's having an all-star caliber season again. He's been not only great on offense, but continues to be excellent defensively. And how about this for Jose Trevino? He's got a 794 OPS. He's hitting 286, so giving us plenty of offense. We saw, obviously, the 2 home runs from Soto, but he also had 4 hits. Stanton, 2 hits today. Judge had a bit of a tough day. He struck out 3 times and had an infield hit. So, hell, what a day for Yankees if you are a fan. Luis Hill's stuff was probably the best we've seen from any Yankee this year. 14 strikeouts. 14. He's got a 2.39 ERA. We'll go through all of his stats in a minute. Giancarlo, some really good swings, continues to look balanced at the plate, using the whole field and hitting the ball as hard as anybody. And, you know, we watched a little bit more Luis Hill, 97 up in the zone. It takes a while to get through the highlights because, I mean, Hill was just striking out everybody. We got to show you all these clips here. 98 on the outside corner. Just a amazing performance from Luis Hill. And Brian Cutler says, watch out, Paul Skeens. Skeens is nasty, too. 100 plus. He threw 6 innings of no-hit ball with 11 strikeouts in his last game. Soto's second home run was just ridiculous. This one was just peppered I thought for a second it was going to leave the stadium. Like that's what the trajectory and where that ball was headed. I thought for a second it might clear the train. But you see it went 437 feet, which is a long way to the direct pull field. Slider there from Heel. Changeup was wicked. Everything he threw up there was disgusting today. 92-mile-an-hour changeup. That was strikeout number 14. What a job for the Yankees and for Luis Heel. 14 Ks in just 6 innings pitched. Wow. So reminder to like and subscribe if you're new here. We're here after pretty much every game. We go through the highlights. We talk a little bit about the game. We talk through the starting pitcher, show replays of all the home runs and things like that. Let's get to the finer details.
Let's get it going.
At first, it didn't look like it was going to be a great day for Luis Heel. In the first inning, he got victimized by some, I'd say, unlucky bloop hits. He gave up a run, but he did pitch out a damage. He had the bases loaded, and he worked out of it without any further run scoring. So nice job. Bottom one, Yankees answered right back.
There it goes. That ball is high. It is far.
There was never any doubt about this one. Absolute bullet. Home run, 112.5 off the bat, 417 feet. 10th home run of the season for Juan Soto. He briefly tied Giancarlo for second on the team, but Giancarlo broke the tie later on, and then Soto came back to tie him again. So a fun little back and forth. And yes, by the way, pay that man his money.
Pay that man his money.
Judge picked up an infield hit. Verdugo reached on a fielder's choice, and then Giancarlo smoked a double off the right center field wall to give the Yankees the lead, and a lead that they would not relinquish. Man, Giancarlo is having a vintage season. Whatever the work he did this winter to get his body adjusted, to lose some weight, whatever he did with his swing path, it seems to be working. He continues to hit the ball well. After a 2-for-3 game with a couple of ribbies, he is now hitting .258, which if you said before the season Stanton's going to hit .258 with an 839 OPS, you would have signed up for it. And those are both numbers that he has right now. The question remains, can he stay healthy? If he stays healthy, I think we're going to get more.
More of that, please.
Second inning, Luis Heel looked much more comfortable. Couple of strikeouts. You could see him kind of hit his rhythm. Another crooked number for the Yankees in the second. Jose Trevino got things started. Hanger up in the zone.
That ball is high.
Hits it over the cannon sign. Fifth home run of the season. And to go along with his outstanding defense, I mean, he's on track to put up a really, really good season via WAR. You know, when you factor in the way he's hitting the ball as a catcher and the defense, I mean, he's been fantastic. And he was an afterthought. You remember they went out and got Ben Rortvedt first, and he ended up being hurt. And so they had to go out and get Jose Trevino from the Rangers. And, man, he's been a find. Later in the inning, Juan Soto singled to give the Yankees their fourth run. He had 3 ribbies on the day. His OPS up to 975, just 2 ticks ahead of Judge. So that's going to be fun watching those guys go back and forth all season. I do think that Soto and Stanton might compete for second on the team in home runs, though, because I think Judge is going to pull away as the season goes on. Luis Heel followed up with a very efficient third inning. I thought that helped him a lot. Just 6 pitches. I wasn't thinking 10-plus strikeouts at that point, although yesterday I said, he might get 10 or 11. At that point, after the tough first inning, his pitch count had been elevated. I'm thinking, well, maybe he can get us through 6 innings. He was at 51 through 3 innings, and I thought, well, that's 102 if you stretch it out through 6. So that's kind of where my mind was at that point, but then he just turned it on, and we'll talk about that in a second. But first, Giancarlo Stanton, unreal.
Giancarlo Stanton rips one.
Nice Stantonian blast.
Giancarlo Stanton hits it out.
113.5 off the bat, number 11 on the season. That put him back ahead of Juan Soto for the moment. And it's good to see him using both sides of the field. Later on in the game, he actually ripped one down the left field line, but our old friend Andrew Benintendi stole a double from him. He made a diving catch, but Giancarlo is blistering the ball from line to line right now. Bottom 5, Juan Soto again.
The second home run of the game. He's done it again.
Yeah, throw one 90 miles an hour, a hanger, down and in.
Do it again, exactly
to
like
Juan
you did the
Soto
last
and
time.
see how that works out for you. 437 feet, second home run of the game to retie Giancarlo for home runs on the team with 11. So they both got 11 right now, and I believe Judge has 12. Judge hit his 12th last night. Judge did not go deep today, so they got a chance to all pull into a three-way tie possibly tomorrow. That'll be interesting. But let's talk about Luis Gil, the man of the hour. He is indeed the real deal. We've been saying that on this channel since he made his debut. Career high, 14 punchies in this game. Yankee record for a rookie, struck out 7 in a row at one point. We saw everything this game. The upper 90s fastball, the wicked changeup, good slider, and most importantly, he was pounding the strike zone. You'll take a 14-1 strikeout to walk ratio every day of the week. I forget who the pitcher was that said it. I want to say it's John Smoltz, but it might be somebody else. I could be putting the words in John Smoltz's mouth. But he said, look, I'm a 3-pitch pitcher. If I have 1 pitch working, I'm going to be competitive. If I have 2 pitches working, I'm probably going to win. And if I have 3 pitches working, you have no chance. Today, Luis Gil had 3 pitches working. He had 7 strikeouts on the fastball. He had 5 strikeouts on the changeup, and he had 2 strikeouts on the slider. I don't know what the Yankees' plans are for him as he comes back from Tommy John surgery, but right now he looks fine, and I'd leave him right where he is in the rotation. But, we don't know what the limitations are going to be, but he's pitching like an ace. So far in the season, he's made 9 starts. He's getting better every time out. Last Sunday, he threw 6 shutout innings against the Rays. Today, he strikes out 14. He's got no-hit stuff, so that could be coming. He is now 5-1 on the year with a 2.39 ERA, 1.08 whip, way more strikeouts than innings pitched, 62 strikeouts in 49 innings. Having 14 in one day helps with that for sure. And for all the money that the Yankees offered Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Luis Gil is only 2 months older, and so far he's outpitching Yamamoto statistically. Nick Birdie was good today. Dennis Santana nailed it down. And the Yankees win again.
Ball game over. Yankees win. Yankees win. You're a winner.
All right, we'll get to the belts in just a second. We got a few super chats that I want to go ahead and read. Micah1964 says, screw Yamamoto, we have Gil. And for much, much less money. Yamamoto got $325 million. I believe Luis Gil's probably making close to the league minimum right now. Charlie Moore says, when was the last time we had 5 starters that we believed in? It's been a while, probably the early 2000s, I'd say. I remember there was that SI cover that had, you could never have enough pitching, and it was, and it ended up not being super reliable, but at that point, it was like Clemens, Wells, Pettit, Weaver, Mussina, probably maybe El Duque, I don't know. But it was a lot of guys on that cover. Brian Cutler says, Luis Gil is Mr. Steal Yo Girl. Watch out, Paul Skeens. And Jeffrey Cole says, I'll say it again. Great time to be a Yankees fan. Absolutely. All right, you guys ready for the belt? This one was genuinely tough. And in the end, I lacked the ability to decide, much like Hamlet. And I'm going co-belts. Juan Soto and Luis Gil. I'm confident in my decision. Co-belts, 2 great performances. Juan Soto with 4 hits and 3 RBIs, including 2 home runs. His first multi-home run game as a Yankee. and Luis Gil with a career performance to this point. North Clint Eastwood says the rotation was performing very similarly during the first half of 22. That's a great point. Back when we had, it was Jameson Taillon was pitching really well. Garrett Cole was dominating every time out. Nestor Cortez looked great. That's a good point. And the Yankees, perhaps, because of that, got off to an amazing start. When the rotation gives you a chance in every game and lets your offense do work without having a ton of pressure on them, good things can happen. And the Yankees defense has been a little bit better lately. The offense obviously coming around. So good things happening for the New York Yankees. Let's take a few more comments.
What do you say?
Val in NY says, if Stanton could keep up with the average he has now, that would help his already great offense tremendously, which would be a huge improvement from last season. Frankie with the belt stats says 8th belt for Soto, 4th belt for Luis Gil.
Absolutely, hey.
My quantitative, my math specialist.
Aaron L says, I'm worried that Judge won't get AL Player of the Week because Luis Gil was on fire. I think they split it up, right? There's Player of the Week and there's Pitcher of the Week. I believe that's how it's set up. So I think they can both take home some hardware right now. Orbiter 2 says, bat looked so small in Stanton's hands when he was hitting the puny ball. He is a big bad mofo. And Javier Velez says, the offense was pitch perfect. Love this team right now. Look, they're playing great. It's fun to watch. 6-game win streak. And, there's really not much we can complain about right now. And that swing from Soto was absolutely beautiful. Let's take a look at some of Soto's recent performances here in the highlights. As his unbelievable season continues, we're going to start with the first home run today. This one over the Reebok sign, about the 3rd row. He knew he got it. It was kind of a breaking ball that didn't do much, stayed out over the plate. A little later on, he takes one through the right side for a base hit. And here was the blast. 437 feet. Everyone in the stadium knew that one was not coming back. Outfielders didn't even move. Yikes. That ball got small in a hurry. We flash back to the Minnesota series. He had been cold for a little bit, but he's starting to turn it back on. Go back to Houston, going deep to center field. Massive power, almost hit one in the left field bleachers the opposite way. Look at that beautiful swing. You love how excited he gets. You love how excited he makes the crowd. You love how excited he makes the team. I mean, the guy likes the energy, the attention. He feeds off of it. You see him just, you give him a shift, he beats it, right? He'll hit line drives, go line to line. He hits the entire zone, up or down, in or out. That one's 1.5 feet out of the zone, and he hits a line drive to center field. I mean, the guy is just ridiculous. This one's below the zone. He goes down and gets it and rips it into the corner for a big clutch double against the Tigers, against a tough lefty. That ball was sinking, and he just goes down and matches the bat path with the trajectory of the baseball in the rain. Not easy hitting conditions. Another base hit through the hole. Seeing eye single, so he's not just power. Senior Nerd says, remember when Juan Soto was in a slump? That seemed like it was 100 years ago. It was just yesterday. This might have been one of my favorite home runs of the season here in Baltimore, where he hits one out there onto the cobblestone, and one of the longer home runs ever at Camden Yards. So, unbelievable season for Mr. Juan Soto. And Jared Williams says the Yankees are red hot. They are on fire, and they are giving it to the American League right now. And right now, I don't think there's a better team in the American League. The Orioles are going to be very tough because they're young and they're not going away. But right now, the Yankees lead the division by 1.5. Zuzu Boy with the super chat says, get the brooms out. Going for the sweep. Juan Soto enthusiast says, why are umpires so bad this year? Are there stats that compare year to year? I'm sure there are. I don't have them at my disposal. But the umpiring has been just progressively worse every year. It's just getting hard to watch, honestly. All right, let's take a few more.
I gotta get out of here!
Orbiter 2 says, this is a good channel. Doing membership today. I appreciate your support. Everyone be sure to like and subscribe. It helps the channel. We're on a mission for 40,000. We're trying to become the third Yankees channel to cross that threshold. Only Yankees Avenue, which is the premier place for Yankees highlights and Talking Yanks. We're the second podcast that's going to cross that threshold. I'm sure there will be others that follow. But I appreciate all the support in coming as far as we have come. And once again, the Yankees remain red hot, and they are on a 6-game winning streak.
We're going streaky! Yeah!
Wow, winning.
Pamela Davis says, really interested to see how this team is going to perform against the Mariners' elite pitching. Mariners is very, very tough. Very, very tough. And then the Yankees are going out on the West Coast, and that traditionally has been tough on the ball club. You know, you start to see guys get worn down a little bit after that. And last year we lost Aaron Judge on that trip to an injury, so it always just sickening when we go out west. But let's hope it works out okay this year. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you tomorrow. Reminder to call into the voicemail show. We're going to do one Monday morning, 718-899-1068. And I'll see you next time.